Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the Victoria's Hockey Company, and the Junior Hockey Discussion Group on Facebook. This is the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We're live today. No pre-recorded stuff today. If you have any comments about today's show, please put it in our Facebook group. Tommy's logging in to make an announcement there. We're going to get through the Midwest Division today. Might have a few minutes at the end to take your questions. With 7 of the 8 teams still in it, it's no wonder the North American Hockey League's Midwest Division has turned itself into a bit of a tinderbox of explosive possibilities. The Wendigo are fighting to hold on to their place and trying to fight off the hard-charging Wilderness, while Fairbanks, Kenai, Chippewa, Anchorage, and Janesville are in a 6-way ruckus trying to secure the 3rd and 4th playoff position. Most teams have about 10 games left remaining, 9 games left remaining. We're going to start out with the Wisconsin Wendigo, 31-16, 1-2, 65 points, a 2-point lead over Minnesota. Haleta's Wendigos share the hottest team in the league status with the Shreveport Mudbugs, both 8-1-0-1 in the last 10 games, after splitting the weekend set at Janesville. The Jets visit Eagle River Sports Arena this weekend. I'm wondering, the Jets are really fighting for playoff positioning. They're trying to get into the mix. So this is a big weekend for them. Wisconsin kind of thinks they already got it in the bag, which is not a smart thing to think about at this stage of the season. So this could be a bit of a letdown again for Wisconsin if Jets can go there and pick up a split. Minnesota Wilderness, 28-15, 3-4, 63 points. Coach of the Year candidate Brett Skinner and the Wilderness have wins in 5 straight games after pulling a double sweep up in Alaska. Getting the best of both Kenai River and Anchorage in back-to-back weekends has to be something folks in Minnesota can get excited about. Red Hot Chippewa visits this week. You got to be impressed with this team and this program. Skinner won't be there next year. I'm hearing he's already going back to the USHL. Can't work with Dave Boyce. That's a common theme up there, isn't it, in the Cloquet? Maybe the new owner will figure this out, that Boyce is a fraud, and dump that pile of poop and send him somewhere else. Let him go coach in Red Lake or something. But as for now, Skinner's doing a fantastic job up there. Maybe Skinner will give the owner it's me or him scenario. That's a good idea. Skinner stick around. I doubt he will. He's too good of a coach. Have to be excited about what he's done up there this year. Kyle Brody's over there from Wenatchee. I'm sure he's a big help. Love Kyle. Works hard. Good kid. Good coach. Nice to see these guys doing a good job in spite of the general manager being a complete donkey. Fairbanks Ice Dogs 26-26-0. Dave Allison's Ice Dogs were swept at home by Kenai River in a series that only further frustrated the Fairbanks faithful. If that happens again this week, when last place Springfield comes to town, there could be trouble. This is the worst coach in Fairbanks Ice Dogs history. That's clear. Not beating Kenai at home? When has that ever happened? 3 times in history, if that? Hey, Allison, you're not impressing anybody. Time to go back to the bar in Fort Francis. Kenai River Brown Bears, 27-22, 2-1, 57 points. Taylor Shaw's Brown Bears rebounded from the disappointing home series with the Wilderness with a signature road sweep of their own at Fairbanks. Now sitting in 4th place with a 3-point lead over Chippewa, the Brown Bears will have to sit on their paws this weekend before the Ice Dogs are back on the peninsula March 24-25. Looking back over the history of Kenai and Fairbanks in the last 25 years or so, 28 years of these teams or these clubs and these cities battling each other. Go back further if you count Soldotna High School, Kenai High School, and their battles with Lathrop High School in West Valley and Fairbanks. Fairbanks has always gotten the best of Kenai River. It's inevitable. Kenai has never won a championship at any level that I know of. Definitely not in the North American Hockey League. Definitely not in junior hockey at all. But this rivalry has been fueled, and people on the peninsula are pumped because Fairbanks is not Fairbanks. Fairbanks is something else this year. And that's never happened before. 3 coaches ahead of this guy, Rob Profit, Josh Halge, Trevor Stewart, fantastic coaches. They got it. They got the job done. Dave Allison is slipping on banana peels up there. Chippewa Steel, 26-21, 1-1, 54 points, 3 points behind Kenai River. Casey Young and the Steel continue their late season push with a road sweep at Springfield. Chippewa is 7-3 in the last 10 games, going into this weekend's roadie to Cloquet to battle with the Wilderness. Interesting situation there in Chippewa. They got a fantastic goalie who can steal games from them left and right. If that happens this weekend in Cloquet and they pick up another road sweep, Chippewa will be right in the thick of things in the Midwest Division. Anchorage Wolverines, my hometown Wolverines, having a bit of a sophomore slump this year. 23-26-1, 53 points, 1 point behind Chippewa, 4 points behind Kenai River now. Evan Trupp and the Wilderness did not look good while getting swept at home by the Wilderness. The boys are off this weekend and will host Springfield for a trio of games March 24, 25, 26. Here we go, late in March, and we have must-win hockey in Anchorage. They have to sweep the Blues. It'll be the Blues' 3rd, 4th, and 5th game in Alaska, and Anchorage has to get all 6 points. Failure to do so could mean no playoffs. It's coming down to that. Janesville Jets, 22-21, 5-4, 53 points. Joe Dibble and the Jets shut the door on the Wendigo hot streak with a solid 2-0 shutout win at home Saturday. Can they do that same trick again when they visit the Wendigo at Eagle River Sports Center? Dome, whatever the hell that thing is. Up in, Eagle River. Janesville needs this. Janesville's only a point. Well, they're tied with Anchorage. A point behind Chippewa. If Janesville is going to crawl back into the playoff race this weekend at Eagle River, will be the telltale. If they can go up there and be successful, they will be right back in the thick of it. If not, they'll be joining Springfield looking at the outside. Springfield Blues, 21-26, 1-1. They are out of it. 44 points. The Blues are winless in 5 games after getting swept at home by Chippewa. The next 5 games are all in Alaska, starting this weekend in Fairbanks. Springfield's been a mess since making that coaching announcement. I don't know why Tyler Renee had to tell everybody at that point he's not coming back. It sent a mixed message to the room. The team has been in a tailspin ever since. That was foolishness. I don't know what Dan Ferguson's thinking by forcing that announcement so early in the season, because it's a rudderless ship there in Springfield ever since. Look at the record. Tough division to be in. And now going to Alaska, I hope that they prove to be little more than a speed bump for those 2 teams. The integrity of the game is at stake. They have to go up there and play the spoiler role and be a factor, and I think they can do that. There's nothing to lose. Some of these kids are playing in their last junior games ever, and this will be their chance. This is the last 10 games of their junior career. Other kids are there hoping to make a spot for next year, and we'll see how that materializes. A lot of changes coming down with the situation for this upcoming season. There's a big name in the junior hockey landscape that's going to leave sanctioned hockey that go on their own. Is it the North American Hockey League? Is it one of the divisions? Is it a Canadian league? I'm not going to be the spoiler and tell you that. Can't. I might get beat up. I might get mad. Any comments in the group? We talked earlier, a few weeks ago in the group, about not making any rash decisions in March about next year. If you're a player born 2000, really 4 to some extent, 5, 6, and 7, really for you guys, don't sign. If you're a higher end player, if you're a top 100 player in your age group right now, the last thing you want to do is make a commitment for next season today. You should wait, because what's happening is essentially a league that currently plays that's stepping up to the major junior level, and they'll be NCAA compliant major junior, essentially. They're not saying that, but that's exactly what's happening. They'll be able to recruit players from all over the continent, players born 16 or 17, 18 years old. So if you're in Nova Scotia, if you're in Miami, if you're in Boston, if you're in Arizona, you'll be eligible to play as a non-import on this roster. They're going to have up to four Europeans on each roster. And this is an absolute game changer, because they want to bring in the same level or even a higher level of player than what's happening in the Canadian Hockey League. I love the concept. I love what it does for hockey. If you're a young player and you're on a North American Hockey League roster and you've been healthy scratched every other game all year, you're probably not going to want to stay there. If you're a 16-year-old and you're very, very good, and you get drafted to go to the Western Hockey League, but you know what? You might want to play college hockey. This option or this opportunity is for you. So don't sign with these AAA teams yet. Don't commit yourself financially to anything like that yet, because there's a lot more at stake. There's a lot more opportunities out there for you that you're not going to want to be missed out on. Folks, short show today. No comments in the peanut gallery. Dun, 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 dun. Nothing. Tell me, what's today's schedule like? Are we easy? Yesterday was absolutely hectic from A to Z. 4:30 in the morning until 1 o'clock in the morning. This kid's got me running around like a chicken with my head cut off. There you go. That's it for today. We hope that you enjoy your morning coffee and have a